Yeah, buddy. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Unapologetic Sports. You hear me, and there I am. It's your favorite Uncle Lee Ice and my partner in crime, the Fly Guy, Flying Brian. What's up, bro?
What's up, Lee Ice?
Love it, love it, love it. How you feeling, man?
Good, man. Yeah, everything's good. Uh,
Everything is everything.
what's with this? It was the first Sunday weekend with no football. We made through it. It's all right. We're all right. So,
Yeah, we still gonna have a little football talk. So, I
yeah,
mean,
of
the
course.
NFL, they never gonna go away. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We teased it
You
last
know,
week, so we're gonna do our top 10 coaches. Probably open the show with that. Going into this season.
y'all heard what he said. Y'all heard what he said. First, we're going to thank everybody for tuning in last week's show. And we're going to thank everybody for tuning in this week's show. And like your favorite uncle always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing whatever you're going through. Hard day at work, come chill out with us. You fighting with your significant other, come chill with us. Whatever it is. Dog getting on your nerves, kids getting on your nerves, come hang out with us for 60 minutes or we can entertain y'all doing whatever you're going through. Whatever you're going through. Fly Guy, you ready to get things started?
Yes, sir. Real quick before we get to the topic at hand, just quick MMA news. Even you probably know who these two fighters are. So you know who Ronda Rousey is, right?
I heard.
So you
I
saw it, right?
heard.
So
Yeah.
After 10 years away from the UFC, Ronda Rousey is coming out of retirement to face Gina Carano. So those for old school, even before Ronda Rousey, MMA fans, Gina Carano was Ronda Rousey. She was the first female MMA star. They went into Hollywood. She was in the TV show Mandalorian and some other stuff. Said some stupid stuff on the internet, got fired from that show. It's kind of been off the radar a little bit, and now all of a sudden they're going to have a match. This
How
was
much? How much are they getting paid for this?
Yeah, I haven't seen numbers yet. They're not in any organization. This isn't UFC. This is
Oh,
just
oh,
literally on Netflix.
oh,
So I
dang.
don't even really know who's backing them. I mean, I know there's some logos and icons in the picture. Rousey announced it today on her like I saw it on Facebook, whatever, but because I don't do Twitter and all that. But so it's borderline freak show. I won't say it's a Jake Paul kind of fight, and these are Ronda Rousey at one time was the greatest female fighter of all time, and Gina Carano was a pioneer. But it's on Netflix, so I'll watch it. I don't care. So
When
if
was the
you're in
last
it,
time Carano been in the ring? It's been longer than Rousey.
yeah, yeah, it's been longer than Rousey.
This is gonna be horrible.
Yeah,
Somebody gonna get hurt bad. they might
yeah.
get. They might both get hurt bad.
So it's May 16th the date. I know there was all these rumors that Rousey was going to do the be on the White House card. Maybe she wanted to pitch this to UFC to do this on the White House card. I think that's going to be late June. It's not going to be on July 4th. We'll cover more of that when we get closer. But again, I love MMA and I love wrestling and even like boxing. If I don't have to pay per view, I'll watch it because it's just entertaining to watch. So I'll definitely watch it. It's kind of silly, but speaking of that, they just announced Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson. Did you see that?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Please tell me.
exhibition or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly where it's going to be. I should have had a picture for that too. But yeah, apparently that's happening too.
oh God. I mean, I'm gonna watch it though, because I can't stand Floyd Mayweather. Mike was one of my favorite back in the day. So you got
Again,
me.
if
I
it's on
watched him when he
Netflix, I'll
fought.
I'll put it on. But
When he fought. Who did he just?
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, no, no. I'm talking about Tyson. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Jake
yeah. He
Paul.
fought Jake
Yeah,
Paul. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Man, oh man. All right, man. You ready to get things started?
Yes, sir.
What you got? What you got?
Yeah. Oh, he's got the old Buffalo cup with the faded logo.
Mm. Let's go. All right. We know football season is over, but one of our favorite listeners and viewers from highly opinionated Josh throughout that Jim Harbaugh was a top 5 coach. And hey, speaking of the devil. So, in honor of nephew Josh, as you just saw, he just popped up on the screen, we're going to do the NFL's top 10 coaches this year. I mean, right
going
now.
into the season. Yeah,
So, Fly Guy, how you want to do it? You want to start at 10? You give me
obviously, yeah,
your number 10, and I give you my number 10.
yeah, we can do that. But just real
Then we
quick,
just
let me do my parameters. So
okay.
I didn't really put a whole lot of legacy, a little bit of that. So this is the top 10 coaches going into the next season of what I think they're going to achieve and what they're going to do with their team necessarily. So obviously, if we were doing Andy Reid would be number one. He's the most accomplished coach currently right now, but I don't have him one. So we talk about Harbaugh's. If we were doing a ranking of coaches, would Jim and John be in the top 10? Sure. But do I think they're going to be and their team is going to be in the top 10 next year? Maybe not. So that's kind of how I did it. I don't know exactly how
Yeah,
you did it.
I did mine based off of coaching. So,
Right. So like Mahomes is most accomplished quarterback in the league, but going into the 2026 season, I don't think he's top three. I mean, so if it, that's like a little guideline. So if you get Andy
okay.
Reid's not number one, yeah, he technically is, but like if Belichick was still around, he wouldn't be number one because he wasn't doing that well before he left. So
All
I
right,
just
so
wanted to
let's
get that
start
out
at
there.
number 10.
All right,
Who you
so
got? Number
I'm
10.
gonna I'm gonna start a little controversial, and maybe just again because I had made up my mind on this guy, and this is the guy that I wanted, and I'm gonna and I just kind of contradict myself a little bit of what I just said, but I think this team is going to be very good early, and they're going to surprise everyone, and I think he's going to be the best new hire. So I have Clint Kubiak as my 10 as I wanted to have at least one of the new coaches because like the some of the new coaches that were new last year they did great, so I feel like one of them could be in the top 10 anyway. So that's the one I pick. And it's funny
You
because
said
I'll spoil it now. I put the Harbaughs together and I had them 10 and I took them off for Kubiak, so they're not going to make my 10.
you sound like Josh. Before he even coached one game with the Chargers, he had him in the top 5.
Well, but he had a history. I mean, again, a lot of it's just kind of on projection, and I maybe the Raiders won't finish it, but I think he's going to make a huge impact, similar to what Ben Johnson did with the Bears. So I that's why I kind of have him just right on the cusp, borderline. Maybe he's not 10, and I just want to put a new guy on the list, so I got him 10.
Okay, guess who I got number 10?
Joe Brady. No.
Jim Harbaugh.
Okay, so he did make your list. Okay,
he made it only because two coaches are not coaching this year. Tomlin and and your guy, Sean
right,
McDermott.
Sean McVay. Now I would have had McVay and probably Tomlin in my
McDermott,
top 10.
McDermott.
McDermott, yeah, McDermott,
Yeah, yeah.
right, yeah.
So, yeah. So, Josh, I got your boy in the top 10 by default. Okay. So he's number 10. Who do you have number 9?
So number 9, I got Liam Cohen. So again, I know it's only a second year, but what he did with Jacksonville, people say, oh, well, they got one and done in the wild card. That's true, but they did play Buffalo. I truly believe if they would have played like the Patriots, I think they would have beat them. I think they probably would have beat Houston, and they had just smacked the Broncos. They might have beat them too in the first round. And I think it looks like Trevor is on finally the right track where he needs to be, and I think Cohen changed that whole locker room. So he might even be a little higher if they would have did a little better in the playoffs. But that second half run that they had was for almost best in the league. I mean, they were the hottest team going into the playoffs. Where Buffalo, even though it was a road game, but Buffalo was the underdog, and throughout most of the year, Buffalo wasn't the underdog against any team. So yeah, I got Liam Cohen 9. I think finally got their coach, and they're going to be one of the better teams consistently.
Number 9, I got the Seahawks coach, Mike McDonald. So I know he
Okay.
won the Super Bowl. I know people say, maybe won the. It's just 2 seasons. In his first season, they didn't make the playoffs. So I got him at number 9.
Well, he did have Geno Smith to work with, but
Well, yeah.
all
Joe
right. So
Gibbs had Ty Collins. So
all
who you got number 8?
right. So number 8, I got Sean Payton. Since he's been with Denver, they've gotten pretty much better each year. Depending how you feel on Bo Nix, how much of it's Bo Nix, how good he really is, or how much it is the coaching. Um, I personally believe if Nix doesn't get hurt against Buffalo, they'd probably beat the Patriots. So they would have been in the Super Bowl. I don't think they beat the Seahawks, but and Peyton, he's a Super Bowl winner. I know there's a little bit of controversy with him when it comes to, what was it, Bounty Gate and all that kind of stuff, but he's done well with the Broncos. going into next season. They're kind of the team to beat in that division, even with Kansas City. So yeah, maybe I have him a little too low, but I got him 8.
Number 8 for me, I got D'Amico Ryan. He's 3 for 3, 3 playoff appearances, 3. Did they win the division? They didn't win it. Did they
They
win
didn't
the
win the
division?
division. Jacksonville won the division.
Yeah. So but he's three for
But they were
three.
right there.
They was right there, 3 for 3. So I got him number 8, despite CJ Stroud trying to put him in the down. So yeah, I got D'Amico Ryan's number 8. Like I said, 3 for 3 is very impressive with a quarterback, a rookie quarterback, his first 3 years. He got him to the playoffs 3 seasons in a row. Who you got
So
number
so
7?
I got D'Amico Ryan, so we're right on the same page with that. So very similar. Yeah, he's 3 straight. He's a defensive-minded coach. They arguably have the best defense in the league. If they would have had just competent quarterback play against the Patriots, they probably would have beat them. So yeah, he's been really good for them. They've been consistently good. And if CJ can just harness his rookie year or whatever, they will be one of the team that beats in the AFC. So yeah, I got Tim 7, so we're on the same page there.
And I got 7. I got Sean Payton.
Okay, so we're very similar with
So
that. Yeah,
yeah, so we flip
yeah.
flop. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't like Sean Payton, but I do respect him as a coach. Back to back playoff appearance with rookie quarterback, and then in the second year quarterback, and probably a Super Bowl appearance if Bo Nix doesn't get hurt. So I got Sean Payton number 7, despite my personal feelings about him. Who you got number 6?
So number 6, again, this might be controversial. People might get mad. I have Andy Reid. Um, I think he's maybe you don't maybe you think he should be lower or higher. We'll see by that reaction. But obviously, he's one of the best coaches in the last 20, 25 years. They've won 3 Super Bowls. But last year, you know, we'll talk about another coach when I get a little higher for my list. When Mahomes, they were struggling anyway, and when Mahomes got hurt, they were downright atrocious. That's not all on the head coach, but there is a little bit of that. And not that Reed's maybe too old, but I don't think the Chiefs are going to be this dominant team like they were. And again, that's not necessarily on coaching. You got to get the right players and all that, but he still his pedigree almost carries him to where he is. So I got him 6. We got Josh asked me who my 7 was. It was D'Amico Ryan. So my 7 was D'Amico Ryan. My 8 was Sean Payton. Lee Ice's 7 was Sean Payton, and his 8 was D'Amico Ryan. So very
Yeah.
similar. Yeah.
So
So I got
number
Andy Reid
6.
6.
Number 6, I got Mike Vrabel. First year with the Pats, he take him to the Super Bowl. In Tennessee, he did some good things. So he's proven both places. So yeah, I got him number 6. Like I said, Super Bowl is in his future. Who you got number 5?
All right, so number 5, again, maybe this is a little high, but I think we got some people that are watching that will like this one. I have Ben Johnson. Um,
Hmm.
part of it might be how the games played out, like they were so exciting, and like him and that team was in my mind. I know that he had some stuff, but the stuff in the locker room after the games with like ripping his shirt off and all that. But uh, coming out of the rookie year, your boy Jaden Daniels had all the hype and all the talk, and there was already talk about Caleb already being a bust after 1 year, which is unfair, but because Jaden was so good. Caleb's numbers on paper, this completion isn't great, but he did some stuff. It looked like Ben Johnson unlocked some of the potential and some of the greatness that we believe Caleb has. And I watched the NFL's official YouTube page put out their top 15 games of the season, and the Bears had 5 of them. They were just very exciting, and he was very exciting, and he did. And I don't have the Lions head coach on here, and it looks like they've kind of fallen off since they lost their coordinators, and it looks like the offense for the Lions was a Ben Johnson thing. So I gave him a little more credit for that too. So I got him 5.
Then for my number 5, even though still don't think it works, and this is just purely out of respect, I put John Harbaugh number 5. I mean, the guy when he was with the Ravens, constantly was in the playoffs. He has a Super Bowl. Even though I don't think it's going to work out in the Big Apple, I will have him number 5.
So, yeah, so Jay, I let the Hardballs off. I mean, again, maybe I shouldn't have, but um, I don't know. He got fired because he couldn't get the team over the hump. And if you
Right.
don't think he's going to work into New York, then he's clearly going to fall
Like I
out.
said,
So
this is
yeah,
just
yeah, I
my
know.
my number five and my number four are just simply
I'd
purely
agree.
out of respect.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I truly agree, but I will give them the respect. So number four, I got Nick Sirianni.
Okay. Now I controversial. I left him off. Um, it might be a little bit of personal, but we'll just do it real quick because I he they won the Super Bowl obviously. They've been to two Super Bowls in the last 4 years. I get that, but they're
And
the
he's
only
4 for 4.
team.
They've gone to the
But
playoffs
yeah,
every year.
but they're the only team at that level that has so much nonsense going on with AJ Brown and guys being unhappy and this and that and this weird thing where they went to the Super Bowl and the very next year they were on a roll, then they completely fell apart and they had a disaster. And very similar this year. They were doing pretty well. They struggled at the end, got beaten a wild card. To me, a lot of that is coaching. So I just again he was right there on the cusp of 10 and a little bit of his personal because I'm all for arrogance and showboating and but he's a dick and I just can't get behind it. Like I just he's too much for me and I don't have him. More quick with my four is Mike Vrabel. A little higher than you, very similar.
Yeah.
He got Ryan Tannehill to the championship game with the Titans. He got Drake, not to say Drake May's Ryan Tannehill, although maybe he'll turn out to be in a few years, but he got him to the Super Bowl. That defense was a monster towards the end. So yeah, I got Vrabel for.
So my number three and my number two, you could flip flop them. So I put Kyle Shanahan number three,
Three. Okay.
and then I put Sean McVay number two. But like I said, you could flip flop them. I put McVay two because he does have the Super Bowl. You
All
know.
right, so you got okay. So I got McDonald three, so I got him a little higher than you. Again, maybe recent bias. He just won the Super Bowl, but he did it with Sam Darnold, the most awesome defense again. So I got him a little higher than you. So obviously, I guess I know who your number one is. So I have to two. I have Kyle Shanahan. So again, we're similar with that. You had him three. Uh, Kyle has been to was it two Super Bowls, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
With depending how you look at it. I don't know how you look at Kaepernick. I don't know how you look at
Two Super
Purdy,
Bowls
but
with two different quarterbacks.
yeah, and
Two
maybe
quarterbacks who are
yeah,
just,
fine, and they're very different. I talked about Shanahan, last week, with all the injuries and all the stuff. Most teams would have been. He got him to the second round. I know they didn't look great in the second round, but so yeah, I got him second. All right, so go ahead and do your one, and I guess my one's obvious now too because I haven't said his name. So
number one has to be Andy Reid, man.
that yeah, I mean, I guess we took a little
I
bit of
mean, he
different approach
had
to it.
last
Yeah.
year when his first. I mean, since he been in Kansas City, that's his first losing season, and his quarterback got hurt. Even before Mahomes, he was making it with Alex Smith. So Andy Reid's number one, and I guess your number one is McVay.
Sean McVay. Yeah, I mean, I guess in reality of all time, right now it would be McVay and Reed. McVay's been to two. He's got one. They're consistently, except for the year after they won the Super Bowl, they're consistently in the playoffs. They're always high scoring. Stafford's MVP. So that McVay, yeah, just it's just similar things. Why I have McVay one. All right, so we got a few comments real quick about this.
Yeah.
We got your girl B saying what's up.
Hey.
We got our buddy Anthony has been here a few weeks.
Yeah, it's been a minute, Anthony.
So
What do you think?
he said, Lee, I think it's gonna be a failure in New York for John Harbaugh. So you're on the same page with that. And here's why: I don't think his personality will work with the New York fans. That's what a lot of people. That's exactly what you said. Yeah, a lot of people. So if you missed the show the last few weeks, Anthony, that's exactly what
Hey,
Lee I said. So
hey, Anthony, we here, bro. We here.
now he did say Vrabel is a little overrated. Uh, if I'm so down on Drake May that I don't think I think Drake May's pretty good, but I think that the schedule and the performance in the playoffs, I think is going to show that he's not as good or is going to be as good as everyone thinks he is. And I got to give credit to the coach then of how they got to the Super Bowl, and nobody's going to give Tannehill credit. I mean, I guess you want to give Derrick Henry all the credit to Tennessee. So again, you got to give a lot of it to Vrabel. So on that end, I don't think Vrabel is this all time legendary coach, but right now he's pretty good, and what he's done with the
He's
teams that
good.
he's had,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and he's going to be even better when Drake May gets better. So, I mean, Tennessee, I don't know what the hell they was thinking letting him go, man.
Right. So
I
my
really don't. I mean, I forgot that he did make a championship game with Tannehill, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so my mom corrected, so right, Shanahan wasn't the coach for Kaepernick, it was Jimmy G. So
yeah.
that's even better then. That's even more of a
That's
reason
what I'm saying.
that
He made it
Shanahan's
with
so high.
Jimmy G and
Yeah,
Brock Purdy. You see, Jimmy G and Brock Purdy and McVay made it with golf. Yeah, people forget
right.
about that.
And even though
And then of
we
course
Stafford is
that.
what he is, but again, Stafford came to the Rams with 3 playoff appearances with the Lions, 0 playoff wins, no MVPs.
True,
So you
true.
got to give some of that to Stafford. I mean to McVay too. So we got Josh. He's the opposite of you and Anthony. John Harbaugh will work in New York City. When you win, the media will be fine. That's
That's the
true,
thing,
but do we?
nephew. He's
But do
not going
we?
to win
Do
the
we?
media.
Do we think he's going to win immediately? Is the question. So real quick, we got brand new segment coming up. Before we do that, let's go ahead and recap our top 10. So I had Clint Kubiak 10, Liam Cohen, Sean Payton, D'Amico Ryan, Andy Reid, 5 Ben Johnson, 4 Mike Vrabel, 3 Mike McDonald, Kyle Shanahan, and Sean McVay.
And yours truly had Jim Harbaugh, Mike McDonald, D'Amico Ryans, Sean Payton, Mike Vrabel, John Harbaugh, Nick Sirianni. Those last two are just out of respect. Not saying that I think they're great coaches. 3, I had Kyle Shanahan. 2, I had Sean McVay. And I got Andy Reid #1, even though last season was I don't know what that was. what is what did the human Google just
I
put up
said
there?
Stafford when he was with the Lions went 7 U games. I don't know. Maybe he mistyped it or I'm not reading it right.
Come back with us.
That's on me if I'm reading it wrong. But as Anthony said, and you guys react to the new coaches that just got hired in terms of what you're going to expect from them. So again, not to be a jerk, but we have covered that on past shows the last 2-3 weeks. We covered that, but I was a little hesitant on Joe Brady, which is obviously I'm the Bills fan. Leroy sold me on him, so I'm a little more optimism on that. Obviously, for my top 10, I think Kubiak's going to be really good. And then I thought the Pittsburgh hire was a disaster. And that's just a quick recap, and you can go ahead and your quick recap.
Yeah, I mean, I like Joe. I like the Joe Brady hire. I questioned it until I heard his interview, and I think that's going to work. Um, I want the Kubiak hire to work out because I think the NFL is better when the Raiders are good, and we want that for Matty Ice. We want his Raiders to come back to some type of relevance. You know what I'm saying? They've been down for so long, but the NFL is better when the Raiders are doing good. Who did I have #1? Oh, I pick the guy in Atlanta,
I think
but
so. Yeah, 'cause
I thought he was going to keep Kirk Cousins. So apparently Cousins is on his way out, and if he has to deal with Michael Penix, bro, I feel sorry for you.
all right,
I feel
so
Stefanski, yeah.
yeah, so Anthony's a Dolphins fan. He doesn't want to know my opinion on the Dolphins
Oh,
in general. So
I'm so
go ahead.
sorry, Mr. I'm so sorry for that you're a Dolphins fan and the coach that you're hiring. I think he was last on both our lists, wasn't he?
I was close. I mean, again, mine's partial bias, but like I don't know much about. I don't know. I what the situation that the Dolphins are in with the quarterback and what the GM did, and they just released 2 top. I
Yeah.
mean, I know Tyreek's hurt, but they just released 2 big name guys. They're locked with a quarterback that they clearly don't want to play, but may have to because of how much he makes. I don't. If Andy Reid went there, I don't know if they would make the playoffs. I mean, their situation is a disaster, and it's going to take time to fix it. And maybe he will be a good coach if he gets a chance to last a little longer. But it's such a bad situation. To me, Miami's a bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Dolphin fan, what the hell do you have to look forward to?
Well, B says they're in a rebuild. It's hard to rebuild a team though when you're locked into a quarterback that's eating up all your money.
The best thing they can do is just go back to their old uniforms. I hate their current uniforms. They look soft. The old Dolphin, the old Dolphin looked mean, like a killer Dolphin. This Dolphin they have now, I don't like that Dolphin on the side of the helmet. What do you think,
Nice.
Anthony? That's your team.
All right, so Midnight Rider said, correction, Stafford's with the Lions with 77 games without a 100-yard rusher. No, I don't deny. I mean, he was with the Lions, so he gets a little curve of how good. Obviously, he unlocked how good he really was with the Rams. Yeah, he said Tyreek was causing too much drama, and that's fine. And who knows how well he's going to play. When we talk free agency in a few weeks, we'll talk more about that. But
Yeah, his leg, his knee, he got a knee and an ACL, I think.
yeah, all right. So all right,
So let's do
we're gonna
this,
curve.
B. Let's
Yeah,
take a break, and then we're gonna come back with our new segment.
yes, sir.
What is it? You'll find out when we come back. Unapologetic Sports on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. We'll be right back.
You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on. You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Leave it to the fly guy. You see how you like that, Matty Ice?
That is smooth. I love that. That is just amazing. Yes.
You see it, y'all. This is our new segment on Unapologetic Sports. It's called, you want to say it, Brian?
It's called Puck You.
I may have heard that a couple times on the ice too. So I
With
won't lie.
Matty Ice.
Featuring the smooth operator himself, Matty Ice. Welcome to the show. Give me some.
Thanks for having me back, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. You see it, y'all. Puck you. So, quite naturally, we're talking hockey. You see the puck. You see the U. Matty Ice
I'll
is
get
going
into
to come
it.
on here and bless our show with the greatest hockey talk, hockey news, what's going on in the world of puck. I like saying that. The world of puck. So, Matty Ice, introduce yourself. Everybody know you, but you could do it again.
Hey, for sure having you guys. Of course, I'm with you guys on Drive Time at 5:00 with Showtime Sarah and Scooter. So it is good to be here. Brian, you warmed my heart putting Kubiak in your top 10. I hope, but I have gone through my share of head coach press conferences for sure. So every time I start getting excited, thinking this is going to be the one. But man, we'll see. It'll be good times. So, all right. So you guys want to do the sad stuff first, or you guys want to get into the good stuff and we'll come back to the sad stuff?
Yeah, this is your segment, man. We brought you on. Do whatever you want to do. Well, let's all give a quick round of applause for the U.S. hockey team, though. We got kicking.
Yeah,
I missed. Did the men play? That's my bad. Did the men play today? Did I miss it?
no, they don't. They play
Okay.
tomorrow. They
Okay.
had the bye in the first round. So
All right, and the women are kicking ass. So
they are. So we'll start with the women then. Since you mentioned it, that's a great segue. I'm going to take advantage of that segue. We'll go from there. So yeah, the U.S. will play for gold. They will play, of course, Canada. That's going to be Thursday at 1:10 p.m. East Coast time. Remember, Italy 6 hours ahead. So depending on where you are, if you want to watch it live, it's going to be at 1:10 p.m. on Thursday. The women's hockey has had gold medal games in the Olympics now. This is the 8th time. This will be the 7th time it's going to feature U.S. and Canada. So these are the two juggernauts of the sport. Canada is 4-2 in the previous gold medal games. The last two, they've won 3-2. The U.S. won the round robin game though earlier this year, or earlier in this tournament, beating Canada 5-0. That's the first time Canada has ever been shut out in Olympic hockey. So those are all, kind of what we have leading into this. You ready for this crazy stat? The U.S. women have outscored their opponents in their 6 games 32-1.
Damn.
They gave 32-1. They haven't given up a goal in over 360 minutes. They gave up that goal in game 1. Since then, they've been doing nothing but shutouts. So the question is going to be, I think, for the U.S. is if Canada gets a goal early, how does that kind of change things? Canada does have the skill level. They're led by Marie-Philippe Poulin. She loves her gold medal games. This is her spotlight. She is she's the all-time leading goal scorer in Olympic history. So watch for that. If Canada's going to win this game, it's going to be because of them. But U.S. has balanced scoring. They scored 32 goals. They don't have anyone with more than 5 goals on this team. That's how balanced their scoring is. It's not just 1 or 2 people. They just have scoring all over. The U.S. decided before this tournament to go with youth and speed. Canada's gone with their experience. The youth and speed has been working for them in every game so far. They just flat out outmatch everybody so far. Lila Edwards, the first Black U.S. American woman to play, is having a hell of a tournament. She's got 2 goals and 7 assists for 9 total points. So they moved her back to D. She's normally a forward. She's been just doing tremendous work back on the defense. So I think the U.S. wins this game. I got them winning it 4-1. I think will be the final score. It's their gold medal to lose. They're playing so well right now. They've beaten Canada the last 5 times. I think it's theirs to lose at this point.
So will it be an upset if they do lose?
No, because it's Canada. These are the 2 best teams. These are the 2 best teams. So I wouldn't necessarily consider it still to be an upset. Probably the fact that your team is outscoring people 32-1. You would probably still look at as being an upset, but it's these 2 teams and everybody else. So if they lost to somebody else, that would be an upset. But losing to Canada, I wouldn't consider it an upset. It's just disappointing with how well they're playing right now.
All right. What else going on, brother?
All right, so we'll go into the men's side. Today was the qualifying round. These gets into the quarterfinals, and the games, all 4 of them today were kind of duds. Germany defeated France, which hadn't won a game, so that was not really a surprise. They won 5-1, led by Leon Draisaitl and Tim Stützle. Draisaitl plays for the Edmonton Oilers. Stützle plays for the Ottawa Senators. Switzerland defeated Italy 3-0. Again, not really surprised. Italy doesn't have any NHL players on it. The Swiss got a goal by Nicholas Hischier and Roman Jussi, just kind of cruising that game. The only one that was close was Czechia defeated Denmark 3-2. Czechia, kind of had to hang on for dear life. They got goals by Marty Necas and Darren Kemp, and they got by the Danes. The Danes tried to make it close, but even at 3-2, it just never felt like the Danes were going to get that goal. And then the other one earlier was Sweden just rolled over Latvia 5-1. So they advance into the quarterfinals. The quarterfinal games are all tomorrow at 6:10 a.m. Eastern time. Again, yes, you heard that time right. 6:10 a.m. You will have Slovakia taking on who they got. Hold on, let me look at my list here. I want to make sure I go in the right order here. So you got the Slovaks get Finland. So that's going to be the 3 gets the 6. So they get Germany. So that one of these 2 teams is going to get in the semis, which I don't think anyone really has Slovakia or Germany getting into the semis for sure. Slovakia should win this game. They were the ones that upset the defending gold medal champions Finland in the first game of the tournament. Since then, the men's side's really kind of been all chalk. Whoever's supposed to win has won. So I would be shocked if Slovakia loses to Germany in this game. I'll take the Slovaks to advance and win that one. Canada gets Czechia. These 2 teams played in their first game. Canada rolled over Czechia, which was a little bit of a surprise, just how easily they played. But how well the U.S. women is playing, that's how well the Canadian men are playing. So I think on the men's side, it's Canada's to lose. They're just playing too good right now. They're just dominating everybody, and they dominate Czechia 5-1 in the round robin. But Czechia does have NHL talent. So if they could win, this one should be a good game. We'll just see. But I think Canada's still going to do what they did the first time, unless Czechia puts it all together. That game is going to be at 10:40 tomorrow morning. At 2:10 tomorrow, you have Finland against the Swiss. The Finns are the defending gold medal champions. They lost their first game, a bit of an upset. Then since then, they rolled. They beat Sweden. They killed a really bad Italy team. They should easily get by the Swiss. I just don't see. This would be a surprise. This would be a huge upset if Switzerland beats Finland. But I do believe that the Finns will win this one. That game is at 12:10, and then the big one for the U.S. is at 3:10. And this is a tough one, guys. They play Sweden. The way that the IHF did these stupid standings and stuff, they get a team that went 2-1 in the round robin part of it. So they get a tough Sweden team. These are a lot of teams that people had winning gold medals. Like a lot of people had either Sweden, U.S., Canada, Finland picked to win gold. One of these two teams isn't even going to make it to the semis. And Sweden played their best game of the tournament today, which is not a good sign if you're the U.S. hoping to get lucky. But in fairness, the U.S. really hasn't put together a solid game until they just beat Germany. So it looks like Markstrom should be back in goal for Sweden. Connor Hallebuck's going to be in goal for the U.S. This game's going to come down to both teams' defenses. Both teams' defenses are really, really good. I hope the U.S. wins this game, but I got a bad feeling Sweden's going to take them out. That would put the semis as Canada versus Finland, and then Sweden would likely then, if Sweden wins, they're the 60. Canada would have to face Sweden. The Finns would take on Slovakia. And then that would probably put Finland in the gold medal game against Canada, but you could have a little bit of fun with that too. So it's wide open now on the men's side, but I think it's everyone playing to lose to Canada in the gold medal game at this point in time. The way the Canadians they're just loaded on offense. They just can score from anywhere and everywhere.
All right, real quick. I should have had this ready earlier. So going back to the women's real quick. The money line is United States is favored -455. That's a pretty big favorite. Canada's +345. Game is Thursday at 1 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah. So technically, Leroy, yes, it would be a pretty big upset if they lose. But like he said, it's Canada, so.
Yeah, I think the line's probably a little bit bigger than what it should be, and it's probably just because of how well the U.S. has dominated. But as far as the skill level on the ice, it would not be that big of an upset if Canada won it. I mean, they've won the last 2 gold medals. It's basically the gold medal team from 4 years ago. They're just older.
All right, Matt, real quick before you move on to the next part of your segment, Anthony's, a big fan of all of us, so he's got a few questions for you real quick.
Yep.
He said, I'm going to say this, and I'm sticking to it because of the massive training facility that we have in Minneapolis. I think the United States will dominate the World Juniors and the Olympics for years to come. Do you agree with that?
I think you're seeing it, especially on the women's side, because the women's side has taken this to, and how many people have USA Hockey, which runs youth hockey for the whole entire United States. They have seen a huge uptick in young girls that have registered to play. I don't know that I fully agree with it on the men's side just yet. We'll see. They're making bounds. We do always do well in the on the junior tournaments, but even this year we got upset this year. So I don't know that we're quite there on the men's side because there's just so many good programs worldwide. But on the women's side, I would 100% agree with that.
All right, and just one more from Anthony real quick before we move on. Maddie, I think Canada gets limited. It's my own opinion. They're one-dimensional. They can score, but they can't defend for shit. I think Finland and U.S. are the 2 best overall built teams. All right, so what do you think about that?
I do agree. I mean, Finland's definitely they were my pick when we did our thing to win the gold medal. I think going into this tournament, I felt that way about Canada, but they don't need to have. I mean, they're only giving up 1 goal a game right now too. It's not like their defense is playing bad. And when you're scoring 5 or 6 goals a game, and you can just light it up from everywhere like they are. I mean, Connor McDavid is playing insane. Sidney Crosby is playing like he's 25. I just think that they're out to prove that the success the U.S. had against them in the 4 Nations, I think, was a fluke. I'm hard pressed to pick against Canada right now the way they're playing.
All right, Matt. Before we get out of here.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes. Yeah, we got a few more minutes. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. So
no, he has the segment like we do. who's cold and who's hot, but it's flip flop. Explain it to him, Maddie.
Yeah, so we're going to go who's the hot is going to be bad because, in hockey, you want to be cool because you're on the ice, right? So we're going to flip it. We're going to go reverse. So who's hot? It's the IIHF for setting up the stupid draw on the men's side. The fact that the U.S. has to play Sweden in the quarterfinal game is just absolutely ridiculous. They finished third in their division, so that's why they are the 6th seed. They should have been a 4 or 5 seed based on their point structure, but that's a whole nother thing. Also, the gold medal game, if it goes to overtime, is going to be 3-on-3, not 5-on-5. I think that's a huge miss. Also, hot is the other teams. I really thought this year in the Olympics, Finns or the Czechia team or Sweden or the Swiss would give the U.S. or Canada a small challenge. None of them did. The gap is not close at all in women's hockey. I joked on the show yesterday. It kind of reminds me of the old days in women's college basketball when you had Tennessee and UConn and that was it, and you had no one with them. That's kind of still where women's hockey is right now. It's Canada and the U.S., and that's it. Who's cool? The U.S. goalies. We talked about them earlier. They've given up 1 goal these Olympics. So Aaron Frankel and Gwyneth Phillips from Athens, Ohio. Got to give a shout to my Ohio love there. They've been brick walls. Gwyneth Phillips set a record. She's played 3 games. She has 3 shutouts. She's yet to give up a goal in this Olympics. And then, on the men's side, the cool team is Team Canada. They've just been dominated. They beat a great Czechia team. They beat a Switzerland team. Both teams are pretty good. They beat them. They whooped them 5-1 in both games. So that's my cool side for Team Canada.
All right. Well, Maddie, thank you for coming, and we will see you next time on. You want to say it?
You guys, this is your segment. You guys can say the name of it. I love listening to it and hearing it. So go for it.
For Maddie Ice, you have just witnessed Puck You.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Matt. Stay cold. All right, brother.
Will. Thanks for having me on, guys. Take care.
Thanks, man.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a little break. When we come back, we're gonna talk hoops with nephew Josh. We'll be right back.
You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on. You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on.
Yeah.
All right, so
Where's nephew at? There he is.
There I
There
am.
he is, y'all.
I love the John Tesh music, fellas. I appreciate that.
All right. What's up, nephew?
What's up, Unc man? Everything good?
Everything good? Always good. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. Just taking it one day at a time. My guy, Flying Brian. What's up, buddy?
what's up, man? Thanks for joining the show. Appreciate it. So lots of stuff to talk about with basketball, and you're the guy to give us the 101 on it.
1-on-1. Before we get to the NBA, I gotta say, I watch the show every week. So I was writing y'all lists down with the top 10 coaches. And Brian, we can talk. Brian, I'll talk to you in a second, bro. I'll talk to you off air, bro. I'm looking at Lee Ice list, bro. I've been telling this man Jim Harbaugh been a top 10 coach in the NFL for a long time. He had him at number 10. I guess I'm not off my rocker that much, huh?
No. You said top 5.
Okay, you got
top
that.
10. He's top. Hey, look, but no, he only made the top 10. He didn't make Brian's top 10.
But
And he only made my top
right on
10.
the edge.
He only made my top 10 because Mike Tomlin ain't coach and Sean McDermott.
I got you. Hey, we in there, man. That's all that matters. I'm glad my man got in there.
All right, what's going on in the world of hoops, buddy? What you talking?
The NBA, we just got off the All-Star week. I felt like we had a very entertaining, a very interesting NBA All-Star week started Friday night with the the old rookie sophomore game. They broke the game down with the 4 teams: Team Vince Carter, Team Austin Rivers, Team Tracy McGrady, Team Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Austin Rivers, and T-Mac. You know, NBC got the NBA package, so they wanted to show their network some love. So I thought that was good. Saturday's dunk contest. Saturday night wasn't really all that. The dunk contest had a lot to be desired. Had you want more. The 3-point shooting contest was good. It was great to see Damian Lillard come out there. We haven't seen him play basketball all season. Came in, won the 3-point shooting contest, and then Sunday, the All-Star game. We had the mini games with the Team World, Team USA, Stripes and Stars. Stars, the OGs, the Stripes as the younger team in Team World. So I thought it was a great All-Star weekend. Looking forward to the second half of the NBA season.
I thought it worked because going into it, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, man, I'm not watching this bullshit. But I watched it and it worked. So kudos to the NBA, but more kudos to your boy Victor Wembanyama, because he said they cannot care, but I'm a kid. And with him going out there showing effort and like, yeah, this means something, I think it rose, everybody else levels like, hey man, this alien is out to get us. We got to represent. So everybody's level of play went up, I think, because of Victor Wembanyama. And then Anthony Edwards, he took it personal, which I love. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, hey, y'all want to call him in the face? Let me show y'all what I got.
Yeah, no, Anthony Edwards definitely can be one of the faces of the NBA along with Victor Wembanyama. It was amazing to hear Anthony Edwards come out and say, we watched the first game with Wemby against the Stars, the OG team, and he was like, man, we saw how he was taking it personal. So it's definitely good to see Victor come out. Definitely good to see the guys come out. For me, come out and play hard. For me, I'm not giving you credit for playing hard. Man, you've had this conversation several times. Like I feel like the All-Star game has gotten the effort has gotten terrible. You're going to run up and down. You're going to be able to score. That's fine. But what the OGs did back in the day was they let you run up and down the first 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter they made it a game. And that was passed down from Magic and was passed down from Dr. J to Magic and Bird, Dr. J and Kareem, Magic and Bird, Michael Jordan, to the Shaquille O'Neals, to the Kobe Bryant, to Tim Duncan, to KGs. And even I'm about to mention a name where people can be critical. Kevin Durant, he's probably one of the few players of this modern era who you're not going to disrespect the game. Like, he's not going to lay on the court. He's not going to give half-ass effort in the All-Star game. He's going to play how he usually plays. So, for me, I'm not giving you credit for playing hard in a basketball game. Like, bro, that's your job. You get paid millions of dollars. So,
yeah. Damn. Yeah, the All-Star game, I mean, up until this year was some bullshit. Right after Kobe left. You know what I'm saying? Kobe kept people out there, yeah, this means something. We gonna play. Right after he left, hey, man. Oh, is that the Nicole Trent that I see?
Yeah, we got Josh bringing in the female audience. So gave Josh a little heart as he came on, and then we got Keith Hodges, my guy, Mr. Josh Walker. What's good?
My guy, the correspondent.
The correspondent.
That's my guy. I'm going to see my guy in April, man. Can't wait to talk to you in April about the Masters.
What else you got for us today, John?
So, again, we just recapped NBA All-Star Week. So now we have basically a third of the season left in the NBA. And everyone is trying to figure out who the NBA title contenders are. I got you, ladies and gentlemen. Basketball 101, Josh got you. Out the Western Conference, there are 3 NBA title contenders: Oklahoma City Thunder, the Denver Nuggets, and the San Antonio Spurs. In the Eastern Conference, there are, in my opinion, 3 title contenders. 3 teams I think that can get to the NBA Finals: the Detroit Pistons, the Boston Celtics, and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
No Wizards.
Have the New York Knicks.
No Wizards in that? No Wizards. The Wizards are not going to.
Not this year. Next year, bro, they gonna make the playoffs. They gonna be a problem. They doing what they need to do, which the NBA. I'm very upset with the NBA. Now all of a sudden, tanking is really a problem. Go look at how Oklahoma City was built. I'm talking about with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. They suck. Go look at the Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Dorn, Jay Nobby, they suck. You have to buy them out to get to the top. So all this talk about, yeah, man, we gotta get rid of tanking and get rid of this and get rid of that, man, that's crazy. We don't gotta do all that. Like, it's always happened. The Spurs with Victor Wembanyama, they had to trade Kawhi Leonard. They had to trade DeMar DeRozan. They had to trade DeJounte Murray to buy them out to get back to the top. So a lot of talk in the NBA about tanking, man. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of what the NBA trying to do.
So Matt said you left Cleveland off. They don't got a shot?
Oh no, I know. In the East, I have the Detroit Pistons, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
The Boston Celtics is if Jason Tatum comes back, because I love the move that they made at the trade deadline and traded Anthony Simons for Nikola Vucevic. So I love that for the Celtics. They finally get some size in that middle.
Did you say the Knicks?
Huh?
I'm sorry, you said the Knicks, right?
No, I have the three teams in the East I think can win it. The Cavaliers, the Pistons, and the Celtics. I do not think the Knicks can win the East.
Well, if James Harden is on that team, they have no shot, okay? No shot, all right? That's the Dak Prescott of the NBA. Fabulous regular season. Get in the playoffs, he disappeared.
No, you're 100% right on James Harden disappearing, but this is the difference of this situation of the others. So he's being traded in the middle of the season. It's kind of like what happened with Brooklyn when he got traded from Houston to Brooklyn. Brooklyn was going on a run until he messed up his hamstring and couldn't play in that second round series against the Milwaukee Bucks, where Milwaukee won in 7 games. I think this Cleveland Cavaliers team, not on name talent, but I think this is the best collection of talent James Harden had because it fits what he does. He has another guard that can handle the ball, Darius and Donovan Mitchell, and he has 2 7-footers behind him in Evan Mobley and Jared Allen who can play defense and who can cover for him in his lapses. So I think I'm not picking Cleveland yet to win the East, but I think Cleveland, Detroit, and Boston are the 3 best teams in the East.
All right, real quick, Midnight Rider said FanDuel made a call. He'll explain it later on tonight.
Okay.
Any team with James Harden on it, I wouldn't bet 2 cents on that team doing anything in the playoffs.
So
that man will
who you like in the East?
I like the Knicks.
Why?
But I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks. I like the Celtics. Like you said, Jason Tatum comes back. If he comes back, he doesn't even have to be fully healthy. You see what they're doing right now.
Exactly.
So he doesn't even have to be fully healthy. I think it's too early for the Pistons. I love Cade Cunningham's game. Pistons might be another year or 2 away. They got to make the playoffs and get their heart broke.
They had that heart broke last year in the first round against the Knicks. They could have easily won that series.
So, I mean, in the first, I'm talking, Eastern Conference Championship. They gotta get stepped on, and it gotta really hurt them. So I think they might be a year away. I'm looking at Boston and New York.
You like Boston and New York. Okay. Well, I like Boston, I like Detroit, and I like Cleveland. And in the West, I think Denver, San Antonio, and OKC are the 3 best teams. To me, the West will be all about matchups. Whoever gets the number 1 seed, I feel like they have the clearest path to get to the conference championship in the West. Because if you're the 2 seed, more likely than not, you're going to have to play Denver. So right now, San Antonio in the second round, imagine if they get past the first round, we have to play the Denver Nuggets. That's not a good matchup for the Spurs or the Thunder. So I think whoever gets that 1 seed, the Spurs only 3.5 games out of that 1 seed in the Western Conference right now. I think that 1 seed is very, very crucial in the Western Conference.
I don't think the Spurs want the 1 seed if Golden State would be the 8 seed. OKC would definitely take care of my Warriors if there's one. But you see what's going on with the Spurs and the Warriors this year. So, like you said, NBA playoffs are about matchups.
Yeah.
Even though the Spurs are younger and it seemed like they should have an advantage, they might not match up well against Golden State, especially, with Porzingis. You don't know what to expect from this guy. When he's at the top of his game, he's a problem. I mean, I know they old and everything. I'm just saying, I'm not saying they will upset the Spurs if they play them. I'm just saying they're going to have problems with them.
Yeah, I don't think the Spurs will have any trouble with the Warriors. They probably beat them in 5. The Spurs, what the Spurs can do, with which can give the Warriors trouble, is that they can push the pace. And with those older guys, you got Draymond, you got Steph, you got those older guys, Al Horford, Porzingis. You feel me? You got those older guys. I think the Spurs' speed, athleticism, and quickness will be the deciding factor in that. So, no disrespect to Steph Curry, one of the, in my opinion, the second best point guard to ever lace him up. Uh, no disrespect to him. He's definitely one of the players. He's definitely him and LeBron are the co-players of their era. But no disrespect, Steph don't want to see the Spurs. Only time he wants to see the Spurs if he put the Spurs jersey on. That's about it. So those days are over, man. No disrespect to the Warriors, man. That thing been done.
I'm assuming your number one point guard is Magic, right?
Yes, I think Magic
Okay.
Johnson is the best point guard to ever play the
Just
game.
making sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Magic
If
Johnson.
Steph gets one more, it's a debate.
Oh, okay. Well,
You heard him. He said that that's done. They're done.
yeah,
No
that's
more.
done. Yeah, that's done.
He gave you the one-on-one on that.
I love him, but I don't got to worry about the Warriors winning up when I'm good on that.
All right, so real quick before you get out of here, Anthony says it's too soon for Detroit to be honest. I think they get eliminated in the first round. The conference final is going to be Boston and New York, with Boston beating New York.
I must be related to him, man.
I totally disagree. This notion that there is this old school mentality of when old folks watch basketball. I'm not calling out no names, but when they watch basketball, they learn you must have to fail in order to succeed. Yes, that's partly true. You don't have to fail in the conference finals to get to the NBA finals. Let's look at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City lost in the second round, then they went to the NBA finals and won the championship. So heartache and pain comes in a loss. Just because you see a loss in the first round doesn't mean it's not heartache and pain. The Detroit Pistons, if you go back and watch the series against the New York Knicks, they were better than the Knicks. The Knicks just was more, Jalen Brunson was more clutch than them. So that was painful because they felt like they were the better team. I don't think that, I will say this. I guarantee you the Detroit Pistons will not lose in the first round because they're going to play Charlotte.
You heard it here first. Guaranteed.
Atlanta. They can beat them.
Well, I hope they don't. They're gonna be if they be the number one seed. I hope they don't lose in the first round. They shouldn't lose in the first round.
I'm just commenting on what I see, man. I'm commenting on what's being read to me. The man said they're gonna lose in the first round. Just said they're not. I think the Pistons will win a playoff series this year. I think they probably win 2, depending on their matchup. But they definitely gonna win 1 playoff series. They're the best team in the NBA. They have the best record in the NBA.
I know about the best team. All right, nephew. Thank you for the one-on-one lesson. We will talk to you and see you real soon. Tell them where they can catch you at.
You can find me on Highly Opinionated each and every Wednesday. We drop new episodes every week. I work with the best crew in the game. Shout out to my guy JG. Follow him on the Club JG podcast. Shout out to my guy Tim. Shout out to the best one of the best graphic guys, because this graphic guy up here in the corner, man, he might be able to get my guy a run for his money. But shout out to my guy Ross, man. I work with the best crew in the game. You guys keep up the great work. I watch every week, man. Can't wait to come back on.
All right, nephew.
Yeah, man.
All right, love you, man.
Love you,
Brian. I'm
yeah.
gonna holler at you, Brian. I'm gonna talk to you about your list, Brian.
No problem.
Hey, y'all. We're gonna take one more little break. When we come back, your favorite segment, Flying High, and who's in the deep freezer. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, and as you can see, it's time for your favorite segment, Who's Flying High and who's going to be put in the deep freezer. Fly Guy, take it off, baby.
Yeah, so just do a real quick version today. So we just talk real quick of what is flying high and what's in the deep freezer for when we watch football. So pretty much everybody watching this channel or watching this right now, one of their favorite things to do of all time is sitting down Sunday and watching football. So what are some of the things that we enjoy that's flying high? So for me, people say, really? 20 years too late? So this is the first year I ever had the Sunday ticket. Never had it before.
Oh, wow.
So I got the ticket this year. YouTube TV was offering a special. If you never had it before, it was like $200. It's only like $4 something, and you could do it like monthly payments of like $20. So with obviously you've seen the background and stuff. My son's a Rams fan. I'm a Bills fan. My wife and my rest of my family are Commanders fans. So we got that, and it was amazing. It ruined football for us because we were talking about it on the last week. How can we go back to not having every game every year? So probably going to
All
be end up
right.
getting it again, but again, you can pay monthly. So it's but if you ever hesitant or ever didn't want to do it, even if you don't like other teams, just that have every team at your disposal, and you can do a 4 box, a quad box with YouTube TV is great. And obviously, football brings out friends and family. Every Sunday, I got friends and family come over and watch, so that's great. Football for me, I love the presentation. It's funny, like Buffalo's heyday, like the '90s, right? I try to go back and watch like clips and stuff. God, the presentation is so bad. I can't imagine watching a game without the score on the bottom, without the time of possession and all that stuff. Like watching the old like Buffalo Kelly era, there's nothing on the screen, and it's
I
so
like
bad.
that actually. I like it like
Really?
that.
So I can't go
Maybe
back.
just put the score and the time. That's it. And a little, not big all across the screen. No, no.
And this might be a little weird for people, but if you notice, like every year when football starts, maybe because Josh Allen's in 10 of them, I look forward to the not just Super Bowl, I look forward to the commercials because every time the Super football starts, you get brand new commercials, whether it's for Madden or the new pizza commercials, and it's always you got Tom Brady doing stuff, Josh Allen doing stuff, your boy Jane Daniels. What did he have? Chunky Soup this year. He was in the Madden commercials. I look forward to that every year too. So uh, I enjoy watching all that stuff too. So those are the little things for me personally of what's flying high for me when I watch the NFL every year.
Well, let me tell you, as you can see, let's step into it. Step into the freezer. I'm gonna put my hoodie on.
Let's go.
Right, y'all see the freezer. These are the things that I can do without, that I'm putting into the freezer, watching football. I got the onside kick. Whatever you call that, please get rid of that. Put that into the freezer. Go back to the old onside kick. It's horrible.
I
The
agree.
NFL overtime. Go back to 15 minutes. 10 minutes is like the teams get the ball one time.
Yeah, I agree
And
with
if
that
one
too.
team gets the ball and decides, run out, how they just go down the field. 10 minutes is not a lot of time. You could eat 5 to 6, 7 minutes just like that.
Real quick. How do you feel about ties? Do you think there should be no ties? Just like in the playoffs, winner take all. I don't like ties.
I don't like ties either.
Okay.
You what my man said, you play to win the game.
You play to
The
win the game.
other thing I don't want to put it in the freezer, please. I think I mentioned it last week. Fantasy football shows. There's
Oh,
nothing
shows.
more.
Okay.
There's nothing more disgusting to watch and listen to than a fantasy football show with geeks sitting up there talking about. Well, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Please get
Coming
rid of them.
coming next week to the Sideline Junkies. Lee Ice and Flying Brian present Fantasy Football 101. Oh,
Does anybody out there watch? Do you know anybody that watch a fantasy football show?
I
Why is there
don't.
so many?
Yeah, I mean, I will say when my job, my career was before I had to retire from sickness. Anyway, I worked at a grocery store, and I used to work. I used to get those magazines and read the
Mm.
fantasy stuff when picking my fantasy team. But I also was a big podcast guy, and I would have never listened to a podcast though. I didn't mind doing the reading the magazines, getting the stats, and kind of getting an idea. But yeah, I wouldn't. Maybe it was a segment on a show I watched, but yeah, it's not for me.
My last two, oh God, I'm so sick of these two people. And especially when they are calling the game when my team plays. Tony Romo, gosh, uh, he is so freaking annoying.
Yeah, but he loves Josh Allen, so I don't mind it. He loves Josh
If he
Allen.
goes, here we go. And then when it's a close play, be like, oh, I'm like, what the hell is that, man? Sound like he's taking a shit. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he does. He does. That's pretty good. That's a good impression. That sound is spot on.
Does it? He's like, oh, most, just a Tony Romo, man. He gets so much praise for something. He irritates the shit out of me. I thought he could not be top until 2 years ago. And Fox hired someone called Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Yes. Oh, Tom Brady. You are great, bro. You are a great quarterback. 7 Super Bowls. I mean, arguably the GOAT. No one can argue that. But bro, you are horrible. You are horrible on the broadcast. Nephew Josh, your boy is horrible. Okay? He sounds like a mad children's storyteller. One thing I hate when they do. Well, you know, when I played or when I did, nobody cares, man. Nobody cares, okay? Yes, you're a great looking guy. Your suits are nice, but your voice is so irritating. So freaking irritating. I did not think nobody could ever be worse than Tony Romo. But Tom Brady, you are the GOAT when it comes to worst announcers. You did it, bro. And what's messed up is Fox, they know it. They will never admit, they know he's horrible. They know he's horrible. You know?
I watch a lot of Fox Sports 1. I do love his commercials though. Those commercials are hilarious.
I love his commercials.
Yeah.
Just don't call the game for me. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't. Could you imagine them two together? Oh God. I would probably just if I can just tear my TV up and snap and get another one, every time I hear one of them, I would do that. That's how much that both of them irritate the hell out of me.
So real quick before we get out of here, we got Tuesday Night Flight coming up. Josh said, "Okay, you mean when people talk about Joe Jackson Gibbs?"
The greatest coach of all time.
and my uncle was backing you up to preach ice preach with your Brady Romo rant. I will say I enjoyed that.
Oh God, they irritate, man. They are. Hey, I grew up to the best. Okay, Pat Summerall, John Madden, Dick Enberg. You know, go YouTube them games and just listen to the quality.
Yeah, just listen. Don't look at the quality because the presentation is terrible.
Yeah, don't look at it. It put tilt. Listen to Pat Summerall before a game, a pre-game. You know how they do the highlights and stuff. I'm telling you don't even need to watch the game. Just listen to Pat Summerall. He is the GOAT when it comes to announcing. All right, y'all. B, we had another great show.
Yes,
we
sir.
want to thank Nephew Josh for coming on, giving us the one-on-one in basketball. And definitely want to thank the smooth operator, Matty Ice, for informing us about hockey. He will be on in future shows, so will Josh. And we will learn more and more about hockey. That's what I'm looking forward to. You know, I want to see what the Caps going to do this year. I want to see what pretty much Nephew done told me my Golden State Warriors don't have a chance. So we don't have a chance, but we got Steph Curry. As long as you got Steph, you got a chance because you're putting fear in that other team. Nobody, you know how they say about your team, nobody circled the wagon like the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
Nobody puts fear in the other team's heart more than number 30 for the Golden State Warriors.
Yes, because he can make a basket from anywhere on the court.
As soon as he step off the bus, he's in range. You see what I'm saying? As soon as he getting off the plane, he can shoot it from there. That's the guy. Coming back, I'm looking forward to Porzingis. I've always liked Porzingis. When he came here for the little while, I loved when he was here. He just stays hurt too much. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Nah, man, we got to go. We had a nice long show today. We covered a lot of stuff. Stay tuned on the Sideline Junkies Network for Tuesday Night Flight.
Oh yeah. We got to hurry up and get on that plane. All right, y'all. Whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it because it's the best thing going. For my guy, the fly guy, Flying Brian, it's your favorite Uncle Lee Ice. You just watched Unapologetic Sports on the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. We see you, and we'll be back next week.